we need to get ahead of the system, and being in the victim mindset is not gonna help us at all. I was just having this conversation with my friend, and we were discussing about uh, the new world order and how the one world government is gonna make things very difficult for the people and people who are not financially stable and all of that. We just need to get ahead of it, get ahead of the system, get ahead of the game. That's what I mentioned. And my friend happened to mention that uh, that there are certain restrictions, even if we knew about how to get ahead of the system. For example, in 2020, people of my age were more than capable enough to understand what was going on and how the world is changing. If we could have just you know thought a little ahead and did something about it uh, with precision or whatever, if we had done anything about it, we could have been in a really really good place 6 years later, financially at least. And I'm sorry, I'm talking about this from just the financial aspect, because it is really important. It is really important to survive in this world, because the system is made in that way. I know a lot of spiritual people gonna say that, money doesn't mean anything, this and that. And I know, but unfortunately, we live in a reality where money is needed for everything. And I'm not talking about money that you might need to buy a Lamborghini or party in Miami or whatever. I'm not talking about all of that. I'm just saying, if the new world order takes place, if the government is gonna take control, the one world government and all of that, if everything's gonna be under control, everything will be monetized and not monetized, monitored, and if everything is in surveillance and all of that, then it's going to be really difficult for a normal people to even eat food. Okay, I'm not talking about luxuries like buying expensive cars or jewelry or anything. If you want to eat an apple, you will find artificial food, you will find artificial uh, fruits, vegetables and meat. If you eat meat and all of that, it's already happening. Okay, organic food is really expensive. Okay, it's gonna become way more expensive in the near future. So even if you want to have basic food, like real food for your body, it's gonna cost you money, right? Then basic healthcare, transportation, all of that, it's you need to be financially strong. Okay, and this is the great reset which is happening. And in this wave, if we catch and if we get ahead of the system, I think we will be well off and we can relax, and then we can focus on our spirituality and everything else. But this is the time where we should focus on getting ahead of the system. And yeah, that's what I think. Because if that happens, and I'm just saying, if this time we can see if this is the possibility of happening, maybe we can buy a land somewhere and start farming. And I know not everyone can start farming, but at least keep it for what if in next 5 years, AI is anyway taking over the world. I'm seeing a lot of videos from China. There are these robot delivery, and not just in China, a lot of places, delivery robots, they're delivering food and all of that. So that human labor is already replaced, right? Now AI automation and all of that's going to take over a lot of IT jobs and all of that. Then what are you going to do? A lot of you will be jobless anyway. So why not do something about it and just maybe get a piece of land somewhere? If not that, maybe get some gold, maybe get some crypto. If the currency goes down, if the economy goes down, if the US dollar goes down or rupee goes down, whatever, if the traditional, I mean not traditional, but the current financial system goes down, then what are you gonna do? You should have something in backup as currency. And gold, I mean not gold, gold's not a currency, but still, maybe crypto, maybe gold, maybe some land, right? Stuff like that. So you have to think ahead and try and do something. And please don't take my words for it. I'm just saying what happened in that conversation with my friend and what we spoke about, and I'm just recording that here because being in victim mindset doesn't help anyone. Okay. One another point that my friend made, that government should help people, rich people should help all the poor people. Yeah, I know it sounds great on paper, but it just doesn't work because you're not adding any value to the system. And listen, I am all in for breaking out the system, for throwing the system down, for all of that. But unfortunately, the reality is the system is played out in, it's made in such a way where if you're not contributing anything to the society, you are a liability on earth and nobody cares. So if there are people dying in Middle East or Africa, these people don't care. They don't care. No one's gonna go and save. I mean, yeah, there are some saints and some real decent human beings who do that, and I wish I could also do that. But the reality is, government doesn't give a slight single fuck about that. Okay. Because they're not contributing anything to the society. That's what I think. Unfortunately, the system is planned in such a way. I'm all in for taking the system down, but